Okay then, hello everybody, welcome back to Team Prawn Racing. So, it's been a little while since we've done a video. You may or may not be able to see, this is in quite a number of bits at the moment, but as you're seeing this, it is 8 weeks until we are racing at Donington. Good Friday, Easter weekend, we are racing at Donington, Friday, Saturday, round 1, classic touring car, Thunder Saloons, 2024. Couldn't remember the year. So, we did this last year, a little bit of a countdown. It's not going to be a long video this week. I'm going to pick up the camera, give you a rough idea of where we are with the car, what we're currently up to, what we're waiting on, what we've already done. And then we're going to do a countdown every week from now. 8 videos, 8-week countdown to going racing. This worked last year. Winter's a difficult time to kind of make stuff on YouTube, isn't it? You're waiting on parts, you get delayed with things, and then when you get stuff, you just want to crack on, you just want to get going with it. I'm saying a lot because I've not been out here, I've not filmed a load of stuff, so I'm not into the whole YouTube mindset at the moment. Car's in a load of bits at the moment, I'll show you around now. It's all coming together. Next couple of weeks we've got a load of parts arriving, a load of really exciting stuff going on, so now's the time to pick it back up. So I'm really excited to announce that some of the guys that teamed up with us in 2023 are happy to carry on their partnership with TPR, Team Prawn Racing, in our 2024 campaign. So obviously we've got Badger 5 for the greatest 20 valve engines the world has ever known. Gas and gears down there. Gearbox has already been done by Mark, I'll show you that in a minute. Helix sticking with us again for another championship campaign. Parts Garage, our main title sponsor, absolute hero and legend, Al, that makes all this possible. And we got Gaz Shocks on board this year again. You're going to see a little bit more on Gaz soon, and some tasty winter upgrades we've got. And of course we got CC funding here on the bonnet. Great bunch of guys, all supported us throughout our 2023 season where we won the Classic Thunder Championship, teaming up with us again for 2024. Can we back-to-back the championships? Who knows, it's a tall order. But to win it, you got to be there. So the Pit Lay 3 is going to be there every round again, 2024, and we'll see what we can do. Okay then, I've not tidied up because I've got a race car to build and nobody got time for that. Right, so one of the first things we've been up to is making some new side skirts. Now, if you come down here, we've got a bit of the substructure going on. This is a runner that basically takes the inside of the skirt. The outside mounts to these, which were our jacking points, which did not work. Now, what we've done, I've actually made some new jacking points, which come down, look a bit out of place there, but they actually sit flush with the bottom of the skirt when the skirt is on. 3mm steel, capped 3mm steel ends, straight up under the sill, reinforced inside and out. They will form our new jacking points. Now, these are our new skirts, and these are actually really light. So these now are 1.2mm aluminium, very thin, still plenty strong enough. Those have been folded up and powder coated for us by Industrial Profiles down in Plymouth. Big thanks to those guys. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but the old skirts were about 4.2 kilos each. They were made in 2mm aluminium, and the little extensions that stuck out the sides, they were 3mm aluminium because I didn't want them to bend and look rubbish. These are now in 1.2, so these are 60% of the weight, and the little side extensions that you'll see in a little bit are now in 3mm acrylic plastic, and they are a third of the weight of the alley. So hopefully we're reducing the weight of the skirts from 4.2 kilos per side to about 2 kilos each. It's a decent saving. It's going to be 4 kilos off the whole car, which is not massive, but it all adds up. Now, looking in the wheel arch, we are still currently shockless. However, tune in next week when, fingers crossed, I'm going to be able to show you something very tasty that's on its way from Gaz Shocks. On the roof here, we've got our carbon wings that came from Alan at Parts Garage. These were originally made by Migs in South Africa about 10 years ago. Done the rounds around the UK. No one's ever fitted them until they turned up to me. And here I am, and I've butchered them to widen them and make them fit our front arch venting plan. Those are going to be quite cool. Not the biggest amount of weight saved because standard steel wings are only like 3.5–4 kilos each. These are light, these are less than 2, but you're only talking kind of 2 kilos saved per side. Let's call that another 4 kilos off the car. You've got 4 on the wings, 4 from doing the skirt, so that's 8 kilos off the car. That puts us down to 1184 kilos. 1184? No. That puts us down to 1084 kilos, which isn't bad at all. Stuff I'm not going to show you right now because it's in the house, in the loft. We've still got a carbon roof to go on. We've still got a carbon tailgate to go on. I think with the 2 of those on, we're going to be down in the 1070 kilo range. Now, by the time I add back in some sort of flat floor, it's going to bring it back up. But I think as an end goal, we can get this car below 1100 kilos with a full flat floor, diffuser, wing, splitter, everything. That's the goal. All the aero, sub 1100 kilos. Is that going to happen before the start of the season? Honestly, no, don't think so. But something to work to. Plans, developments, changes to make in season, we're going to get there. Now, it's often said that a 1.8T sounds a little bit like a vacuum cleaner, and at the moment, full disclosure, I'm probably taking that a little bit too literally. No engine at the moment. So the engine was, let's be honest, it was a standout piece of the car. Finished the last race, had that horrible over rev. Really wasn't happy that we hadn't hurt it, even though it got to the end, it did the job. An ordeal, an event like that is horrific on an engine, whatever the engine is. So took the engine out, took it back to the boys at Badger 5. Alex has stripped it down. Unfortunately, we have basically smashed a hydraulic lifter. I think the over rev, we've had a little bit of valve float occur, just the rate of change. It's not the revs, it's just over 9,000. It's not the revs that have killed it, it's the way, because it's gone from 4th back to 3rd. It's instantaneous. The rate of change of RPM has damaged one lifter on an exhaust side, and basically the debris, it smashed it, destroyed the circlip internally inside the hydraulic lifter, and the debris from that has come out of the oiling hole and basically caught on the bore of the head. So we need a full new head. So we sourced a new head, which was great. Badger 5 sourced that for me. That's gone off to the machine shop for all new guides and seats cut and all of that stuff. Bottom end is rebuilt, all good, ready to go. Nothing wrong with the bottom end. We just gave it a bit of a refresh, all back together, all great. As soon as the head's back, the engine will be back in the next couple of weeks. Bung it in the hole, and that is good to go. Because we haven't changed the spec, there's no mapping, there's no dyno to do. I'll put some rubbish oil in it, run it around on the road for a few miles just to make sure it's all good. Drop the oil, put the fully synth in, good to race. So the gearbox, this is our gas and gears special. Everyone knows what's in here. We have an SQS 6-speed dog gear kit supplied by Parts Garage once again, built by Martin at Gas and Gears. Now the box has done a year's solid abuse. Everyone said to me, the first time you get a dog box, you're on borrowed time, couple of missed gears, you're going to absolutely lunge the thing. And you know what? We've done pretty well. That's done a year. We've not had any issues with popping out a gear. We stripped it down, we checked for wear, and yeah, there is wear on the dogs on 3rd and 4th. And what's a bit terrifying about having a dog box, I can actually remember when that's happened. Once on the road, I don't know what I was doing. I was doing a pull in 4th, checking some mapping. And I just naturally knocked it out of gear, went to put it back in, and I don't know what I did, but it was horrible. I can remember that. I had one incident mid-race. I can't remember what happened. I think I had a lock-up, got flustered, went to bang it into 3rd and got a proper wrist belt off the stick. I feel it in my left wrist still. It was disgusting. If I don't have any more like that, there's no reason to think that the box won't go on for several more years, but we've stripped it down. We've got the part numbers of the parts with wear. It's £1,000 worth of kit. The box was perfect. There's no point spending £1,000 worth when there were no running issues with the box. But when funds allow, I'm going to get the parts. If it becomes an issue, pull the box quickly, off to Mart, swap out the 2 bit gears that are causing issues, back in. I hope I don't live to regret those words, but that seemed like the best plan given time, budget constraints, everything. And the box was perfect in operation. So yeah, if it ain't broke yet, don't mess. So that's the bulk of what's going on with the car at the minute. Engine and box rebuild, suspension upgrades, you're going to see what that's all about from Gaz in the next week or so. Make it a bit lighter with a bit more carbon fibre, and then if we get round to it, we're going to be doing some aero upgrades. So I've just had delivery from everyone's favourite mad scientist, Rusky. So Ilya has made me these lovely splitter diffuser tunnels. So these are going to go in the front splitter somewhere if I can fit them in. These are great. You can get all sorts of offerings. You can get carbon straight tunnel ones that are a lot smaller. You can get 3D printed ones that are a lot bigger. We have a carbon splitter, and because these go in near the edge, I didn't want to compromise integrity, so I really wanted a carbon tunnel. Ilya makes these. They're nicely made, nicely finished. They weigh absolutely nothing, and they're really stiff. I think when these are let into my splitter, these are going to be basically the same as the splitter plane. Super solid, not going to compromise integrity. I'm going to overlap some carbon onto these so they basically become homogeneous, one with the splitter. These are really nice. When I get round to this, there will be a separate video. But Ilya, thank you very much. And thanks for the prawn keyring too.
That's a good one.
Bizarre. Right, I think that's enough of a catch up for now. It's Sunday morning as we're recording this, and it's actually quite cold, so I need to crack on. I should put a hoodie on, but the hoodie's got a logo on it, and it's from a sponsor that hasn't yet confirmed their plans for 2024, so I can't possibly wear it right now. Anyway, have fun. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Weekly videos coming from now on until the start of the season. Donington, Good Friday, be there. That's it. That's all I got. See you next week, guys. Take care.